Hello everyone, this is Ankita Rath from ODISHATV.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First the headlines. Intra-party fighting in Odisha Congress raises its ugly head once again with war of words beginning between former MP Bhaktacharan Das and OPCC President Prasad Harichandan over appointment of Kalahandi District Congress President. Odisha Assembly enacts two important legislations, Odisha Jilla Parishad Amendment Bill and Odisha Municipal Law Second Amendment Bill to bring anti-defection measures into effect. Congress member Nava Das on Tuesday was suspended from the State Assembly for a week on charge of watching obscene video clips during House proceeding on Monday. National Investigation Agency to set up transit camp in Puri to investigate the series train fire incident. And two-day online registration and application process for reallocation of 124 students of Sardar Rajas Medical College in 3 private and 2 government-run institutions of the state begins. Now the details. The inter-party fighting in Odisha Congress has raised its ugly head once again with war of words beginning between senior party leader and former MP Bhaktacharan Das and Pradesh Congress Committee President Prasad Harichandan over the appointment of Kalahandi District Congress President. Coming down heavily on Harichandan's remark, the former Kalahandi MP alleged dictatorial rule in the party. If MD-like attitude is taken to run the organization, the party would suffer more in coming days, Bhakta told in OTV talk show Khola Katha. He further stated, "It is our prime responsibility to remove any dispute if arises in the party. I would not tolerate if mudslinging prevails. I may resort to fast on to death inside the party if required." Das on Sunday alleged that decision over appointing Govardhan Das as Kalahandi District Congress President had taken sans his consultation. Before the announcement, I was neither informed nor any discussion was held with me in this regard, Das told media on Saturday. It had been decided under the directive of state government to weaken party organization in Kalahandi, he had added. However, refuting such allegation, PCC President Prasad Harichandan on Sunday clarified that a thorough discussion was held with all top guns including former MLAs and MPs over such an appointment.
पूर्वतन मंत्री जो माने, पूर्वतन विधायक जो माने, पूर्वतन सांसद जो माने, पूर्वतन जिला कांग्रेस कमिटीर सभापति समस्तंक सह ए बाबद पर्याप्त आलोचना विभिन्न समय करा जायछि। गोष्ठी कंदल दल को केबे बढ़ाए ना
दरकार पड़ले मते लढिबा को पड़ले मु दल भितरे थाई के आमरण अनशन करिवे। दल रे जोटा भावधारा खराब होछि ताकू सुधारिबा हम समस्तंकर कर्तव्य। ताकू जदि समान न सुधारिकरी मो ऊपर कादुआ फिंगा पय चेष्टा करिवे मु बर्दाश्त करिवे नै।
Members of elected representatives of Jilla Parishad and urban local bodies ULBs would from now on be disqualified if they decide to switch their political allegiance after being elected. The Odisha Assembly on Monday enacted two important legislations in this regard, Odisha Jilla Parishad Amendment Bill and Odisha Municipal Law Second Amendment Bill to bring the anti-defection measures into effect. An elected member belonging to any political party who voluntarily gives up his membership of such political party shall be disqualified from membership of that parishad, Panchayati Raj Minister Arun Sahu, who had introduced the bill in the House, said. The same provision would also be applicable in case of municipal bodies, Sahu added. However, the minister clarified that membership would not be affected if his political party merges with another. The new legislation stated that the question of disqualification on the ground of defection will be decided by the State Election Commission.
आमर जिला परिषद सदस्यों प्रति ए दल बदल निरोध आईन टाकू लागू करागला। जदि राजनीतिक दल परिवर्तन करेंगे ताले सभ्य पदरब्ध हम एवं एथिरे आहरी अनेक गुड़े क्लज अच्छी जो थे कि 2/3 सभ्य जदि सहमति प्रकाश न कर एकाठी न होवे से अन्य कौन दल को गले सभ्य पद रब्ध हम जहाँ जिला परिषद आसी पौर परिषद प्रति लागू होइछि।
Congress member Nava Das on Tuesday was suspended from the State Assembly for a week on the charge of watching obscene video clips during House proceedings on Monday. Speaker Niranjan Pujari placed Das under suspension after Government Chief Whip Ananta Das brought a motion in the matter, which was passed by a voice vote. The matter has been referred to the Ethics Committee of the House for an inquiry. The allegation was brought to the notice of the Speaker by BJT member Pramila Malik on Monday, who alleged that Das was watching obscene video clip during question hour of the House. It is very shameful that the MLA was watching obscene clips in the August House. Being an elected member of the House, he should not have done these things, Malik stated. Though Das admitted that he accessed internet in his mobile inside the House, he squashed allegations leveled by Malik. I have never seen such video clips as alleged by my colleague. I was trying to open a web page on my mobile and inadvertently the video sharing website YouTube got opened. Irked over the conduct of certain senior Treasury bench members, including a minister, Odisha Speaker Niranjan Pujari on Monday asked them not to turn the house into a fish market. Do not make the house a fish market, Pujari said while Law Minister Arun Kumar Sahu was busy in a conversation with another member during 0 hour when the opposition Congress raised farmer suicide issue in the house. The government Deputy Chief Whip Rohit Pujari was also seen talking to senior BJD member Pramila Malik. This is the scene in the assembly on most of the days as soon as Chief Minister Navin Patnaik leaves the house immediately after the question hour. Most of the ruling party members usually leave their seats and keep themselves busy in conversation among themselves inside the house, alleged a Congress MLA outside the assembly. I was talking to Pramila Malik as she asked me something. As the Deputy Chief Whip of the government, I have to coordinate with members and therefore required to talk to them, Rohit Pujari said. Sahu was not available for comment. It is unfortunate that Treasury bench members are not disciplined in the House. The situation has been so bad that the Speaker has to caution them, said BJP member Ravi Narayan Naik. Congress MLA Prakash Behra said this instance shows the respect of BJP members for the House. They are not taking the assembly seriously.
Absolute majority की जो बोली भाବରେ ସେମାନେ ନିଜ ଘର ବୋଲି ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ଏଠି ଯାହା କହିଲେ ମାଛ ହାଟ କଥା ପ୍ରକୃତରେ ମାଛ ହାଟ କରି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ବେପାର କରି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ଗଣତନ୍ତ୍ରର କିଛି ମୂଲ୍ୟ ରଖୁ ନାହାନ୍ତି
ମତେ ଆମ ପ୍ରମିଳା ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ବିଧାୟିକା ସେ ଆମକୁ ମତେ କିଛି ପଚାରୁଥିଲେ କିନ୍ତୁ କିଛି ଏଥିରେ ଇନଡିସିପ୍ଲିନ ଭଳିଆ ନାହିଁ ପଚାରିଲେ ତାର ମାନେ ମୁଁ କହୁଥିଲା ବେଳକୁ ମାନ୍ୟବର ବାଚସ୍ପତି ସେ କଥା କହିଲେ.
The Odisha government on Monday admitted to the killing of 3 villagers of Nisanguda village in Kalahandi district during encounter. Replying to a question of CPM member Lakshman Munda, the Chief Minister said there was an exchange of fire between the Maoist and the security force during a combing operation inside Nisanguda forest in Kalahandi district, in which 3 villagers were killed. With this, a total of 5 persons have been killed in similar incident this year, the Chief Minister said, adding that the state government has provided a compensation of Rs 5 lakh to each family of the deceased. In a bid to exert pressure on the centre over the Polavaram irrigation project issue, Dilip Tirki of BJD moved a calling attention motion in Rajya Sabha on Monday. Sources said Chairman of the Upper House Muhammad Hamid Ansari has sent a notice to the Union Water Resources Minister Uma Bharti in this regard. Bharti will submit a reply in the House tomorrow, sources added. After BJD members belonging to both houses protested against the centre's disclosure of financial assistance to the national project, the minister had stated that the matter would be resolved through a trilateral talk among the governments of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, since these states are the beneficiaries of the project. Besides, she had also urged the heads of the 3 states to meet in an effort to find a solution to the Polavaram project that has been a point of contention between these states. On December 7, the centre informed the Rajya Sabha that about 34% of the project is complete by the end of September with an expenditure of Rs 7,566.58 crore. It had released funds to the tune of Rs 345 crore to Andhra Pradesh government for construction of the project as on September this year. Union Minister of State for Water Resources Samvar Lal Jatt shared the information in response to questions on funds committed and released to the state for the project by the centre until now.
प्रथम आम सर्ट ड्यूरेसन देलु जो थे कि मिनिस्टर रिप्लाय बोधे एत आसी न पारे सर्ट ड्यूरेसन किंतु कॉलिंग अटेंशन रे बोधे मंत्री रिप्लाय आसबे बाध्य यापे आम पुणी थे चिंता करके आम कॉलिंग अटेंशन दिखाई काली दिखाई आशा करूँ काली जदि हाउस चले मैं आशा करूँ कॉलिंग अटेंशन आसी पार.
National Investigation Agency will set up a transit camp which will run for at least a month in Puri to investigate the series of train fire incident. In a letter to Puri District Administration, the Central Prov Agency has asked the District Collector to provide all facilities for the camp where 4 officials of the National Agency along with some Central Forensic Scientific experts will stay for a brief period. The Collector has been asked to provide 2 rooms in the camp and computers for investigation, 4-wheeler vehicles and some supporting officials. The Collector also assured all required assistance to the Central Agency. Notably, 11-member team of NIA and Central Forensic team had visited the Pilgrim City and examined the burned bogies of the station on December 12. The team also had held a discussion with the Railway Protection Force and Government Railway Police investigating the train arson incident. The NIA has become more active after the prime accused Ramachandran Subhas revealed about his terror links during polygraph test. The 2-day online registration and application process for reallocation of 124 students of Sardar Rajas Medical College in 3 private and 2 government-run institutions of the state has begun on Tuesday. Abiding by the Odisha High Court's directive, provisional admission of students will be held on December 22nd and 23rd. The Director of Medical Education and Training Authorities had issued a notification for the same on Friday, following which the admission began on Tuesday. The notification further said 55 students of the Jaring-based medical college will be absorbed in MKCG Medical College, while 54 students will be allocated in Vimsar Bulla. 5 students will be admitted each in 3 private institutions, KIMS, SUM and High-Tech, it mentioned. The newly admitted students will have to report in concerned institutions between December 24 and 30, it added. Meanwhile, challenging the High Court's order, the agitating students of MKCG and Vimsar have filed a petition in the Supreme Court over the issue. They have even filed a miss case in High Court requesting to put a stay order on its earlier decision for the reallocation of Sardar Rajas Medical College students. Lawyers of State Administrative Tribunal Bar Association of the Twin City had a scuffle with the police near the State Assembly on Monday, protesting the decision of the Odisha government to abolish the tribunal. A lady lawyer was injured in the scuffle, reports said. Later, a delegation of the lawyers met Chief Secretary Aditya Prasad Padhi at the State Secretariat and discussed the issue. But as the delegation failed to get any positive response, they demanded a meeting with the Chief Minister. Later in the day, a Congress delegation led by leader of opposition Narsingh Mishra had a discussion with the agitating lawyers and assured them of taking up the issue in the State Assembly. It may be mentioned that the State Cabinet in September this year had approved a proposal to abolish all benches of SAT. The tribunal was established in July 1986 to provide speedy justice to aggrieved government employees. While only 8 states, including Odisha, had established SAT in the country, 3 of them have already been abolished since long. Upset with the cabinet approval, lawyers across the state had launched massive agitation, paralyzing judicial activities, including the Odisha High Court. The Bar Council of Odisha stepped in after a fortnight and submitted a memorandum to the Chief Minister on September 28, urging him to recall the decision. But the state government has not yet responded to the memorandum of the Bar Council, following which the lawyers practicing in the tribunal later decided to approach the High Court lawyers to take up their cause.
सरकार केबे बुझिबो आमे भी ता भी जानि पारुनु तेणु नवीन बाबू को आम अनुरोध करूँ सी आ बुझंतु निजे तर्जमा करंतु तेणु ब्यूरोक्राट ऊपर भरोसा नक निजे आम मान दाबी पत्र नियंतु एवं आम कथा को सी विचार करी तुरंत प्रत्याहार करंतु।
मुख्यमंत्री एभली गोटे अगणतांत्रिक एवं हिटलर शासन प्रस्ताव प्रत्याहार करंतु सरकारी कर्मचारी मान दाबी की ग्रहण करंतु वकिल मान दाबी की ग्रहण करंतु।
वर्तमान सारा ओडिशा रे वकिल समाज एक स्वर कहउचंती आपण निष्पत्ति परिवर्तन करंतु ट्रिब्यूनल पूर्व भली चालू रहू एवं जेहेतु सबु वकिल एक स्वर गोटे मत प्रकाश करुचंती आपण ताकू सम्मान दियंतु।
US Assistant Secretary of State for South and Central Asian Affairs, Mrs. Nisha Desai Biswal, met Chief Minister Navin Patnaik at the State Secretariat in Bhubaneswar on Monday. During the discussion, Patnaik sought better collaboration with US in climate change and industries sector. He said Odisha is one of the first states in the country to prepare state action plan on climate change in a participative process in 2010. The plan aims to reduce the vulnerability and enhance adaptive capacity. He expressed his willingness to explore partnership between Odisha and USA in various adaptation and mitigation measures for climate change. Seeking greater cooperation in the industry sector with the United States, the Chief Minister said the state has a vision to increase manufacturing growth by 15% by 2019 by attracting new investment to the tune of Rs 1.73 lakh crore and additional employment to 3.30 lakh persons. Informing Biswal about the state's industrial policy, reform measures and industrial infrastructure, he sought greater cooperation from US for investments in manufacturing units in identified focus sectors, large-scale industrial and social infrastructure, smart industrial complexes, R&D facilities and technical cooperation. Before wrapping up, the headlines once again. Intra-party fighting in Odisha Congress raises its ugly head once again, with war of words beginning between former MP Bhaktacharan Das and OPCC President Prasad Harichandan over appointment of Kadahandi District Congress President. Odisha Assembly enacts 2 important legislations, Odisha Jilla Parishad Amendment Bill and Odisha Municipal Law Second Amendment Bill to bring anti-defection measures into effect. Congress member Nava Das on Tuesday was suspended from the State Assembly for a week on charge of watching obscene video clips during House proceeding on Monday. National Investigation Agency to set up transit camp in Puri to investigate the Siris train fire incident. And 2-day online registration and application process for reallocation of 124 students of Sardar Rajas Medical College in 3 private and 2 government-run institutions of the state begins. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.